Good afternoon, guys, and happy Friday to all of your sunshiny faces. So guys, it is about 1:45-ish right now, and today is supposed to be the pep rally. Well, it is the pep rally. It has been raining all day today, and if they still end up having the pep rally, which is like a primarily outdoor event, they have like tents and stuff like that, like buffet tents kind of thing set up. But if it rains all night, to be honest, or like all day, and it's super humid out, I don't know if I'm gonna actually go. Although I don't want to like be like, oh, because it's raining and stuff like that. But honestly, guys, I don't normally have a lot to do with the pep rallies anyway. Like, they announce the kids and that's the like fun part, but then my dad stays for the entire thing from 6 o'clock until 10 o'clock, which is 4 hours long, that I normally literally just sit there on my phone. Like, I could do that at home, and on top of that, I don't have to be all hot and sweaty, and I normally get eaten alive by mosquitoes too, which I was like, I have to remember to put my bug spray on. And I thought that honestly though, my time could be better spent here, and I could do all the dinners, or at least like half the freezer dinners that I have to do. So we're gonna go to the grocery stores when my dad gets back from dropping Matthew off. So I was kind of debating whether or not I was gonna go. If it wasn't raining today, I was honestly like, okay, well that'll be fine, because you know, then I could like walk around and stuff like that. And it's a like decently outdoor grill kind of place, and it's like decently sized, so I was like, well, I could always walk around and just like level up my Pokemon. I could, you know, incubate my eggs and stuff like that, and probably get in like a few kilometers or whatever, which I was like, you know, it'd be completely cool. But I guess the only thing is, like, it's gonna be raining the whole time, and like I literally just sit there and like do nothing. And so I was like, well, what would my time better be spent doing? And I think that I'd be more productive here, and I kind of do want to do that as well, as being able to possibly edit like another vlog. Well, I know at least one, but possibly two today. So I was really hoping to go, but at the same time too, I was like kind of hoping it was gonna get canceled because of the rain at the same time, because it's like so humid out right now, guys. I mean, it's ridiculous, because the humidity is like, I don't even know what percentage, but I checked it. It was like really humid out. It's not even that hot, it's only like 80s, but the humidity just makes it feel like it's just like weighing on you. I'm still kind of debating it, but I'm really thinking I'm not gonna go, because there isn't anything for me to do. Like, nobody even like sits at one table for a long extended period of time. So even like eating, you like eat with like 12 different people like all at different times, like, and you know, even if you eat fast or slow or whatever, I mean, there's just people constantly coming and going to different tables and stuff like that, and like you don't even get a chance to like talk to anybody either, I feel like, and I don't even know anybody well enough either to like talk to them. So I don't know, last year was pretty boring for me, and I'm thinking that this year's probably pretty much going to be the same. And on top of that too, if it's raining, all the little kids that normally like run around and play like a wiffle ball diamond too, they normally end up like playing on that and stuff, or beach volleyball too. They have like two, I think, volleyball things, or one of them at least. And so I was like, well, normally they're like playing around and stuff like that, but if it's gonna rain like for a good portion of the time, even if there aren't a lot of people there, still all the little kids are gonna be like under the tents running around. So I was like, I just see it being like mass chaos. I don't think I'm gonna go, but I'm hoping to like stay here then and be productive, which is my plan, and most likely what I'm gonna do, because I'm gonna make all the dinners today, and then I don't have to worry about doing it over the weekend. I can kind of have my weekends like free, because on Saturday, tomorrow, the varsity plays at the Jamboree, the tournament, our football tournament, and they're playing at like 1 o'clock, and so that's like right smack dab in the middle of the day. And then Jack's team plays on Sunday, and like right smack dab in the middle of the day at the exact same time on Sunday. And so I was like, well, my weekend, my Saturday and Sunday are going to be used up anyways. I would probably end up coming home from that, and who knows if I feel motivated enough to make the dinners. And I wanted to do it today because I am actually feeling really motivated. I didn't end up going walking with my friend. She texted me early this morning and said that she forgot to text me yesterday and let me know she wasn't going to be able to go walking. So I was up early this morning at like 8 o'clock, but I kind of stayed in bed until like 9, which is normally when we get back from our walk anyway, and I was actually just watching YouTube. But I was up early, so I've been up for several hours though, but I have had a pretty productive day, and when I wake up early I feel much more productive, so I kind of feel like that's how it's going to be today. And I feel like I'm just really going to not have anything to do with the pep rally, and in years past it's kind of how it's been. Matthew was planning on coming because he was like, oh yeah, I'll come for the end though, and he wouldn't end up being there until like the last like hour of it anyway, so I was like, well, is it even worth it? At that point I was like, I might as well just like tell Dad to drop me off at home if he has to go and pick you up. So I don't know, I'm not planning on going as of right now though. It might change, but as of right now I don't think so. Made it back from the grocery stores, and guys, this is the cans. These are all the cans I'm going to need to make all this stuff for today. The exception of like, I didn't have to buy a couple of cans of stuff because we had it already, but I pulled it all out. I still have to clean out the fridge and everything. Everything else got put away, and everything that like needed to be in the fridge right away is in the fridge, like the meat and the cheeses and dairy products and stuff like that. But all the vegetables right now I'm waiting to put in there until actually after I eat, which I was spending time making this, which it looks a little burnt, guys. There's cheese on the top, so that's why. But it is like a cauliflower spinach bake kind of thing, kind of like mashed potatoes almost. But I saw the recipe online and on Pinterest because we had a head and a half of cauliflower left over. I was like, you know what? Gotta come up with something to make it. So I actually used a little bit less than that for the total amount of everything in there, and I used a little bit less spinach than I actually called for, but it's actually supposed to have quite as much cheese. It's just supposed to be like the cheese on the top. I actually added cheese to the actual like the cauliflower and everything like that, but yeah, that was making that actually took me a while, probably longer than any of the other dinners that I'm going to make. There is 2 recipes I will not be able to make. I'll probably make those tomorrow. One, we're gonna have to stop at the dollar store because I went to Aldi and they did not have any Alfredo sauce, so we're gonna stop at the Dollar Tree because I also need those like the like tins, like the baking tins kind of thing, to put in the oven, but I can freeze it. So I'm going to pick up like a couple of those at the dollar store because I think they sell them in a 2-pack for $1. So I was thinking about picking up like maybe 5 of them or something like that, just so I have them and we don't have to go back out to the dollar store. But I need that for the ravioli bake that I was gonna make and freeze. And there's one other thing too, like I was saying with the Alfredo sauce that we're gonna probably pick up at the dollar store because Aldi didn't have it. So those 2 I won't make. So I was planning on making 10. I might just make 8 tonight, and I might just make them all tomorrow. I actually don't know right now, guys, because I am kind of tired. I was up super early this morning, like I was telling you guys, but now I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's 7 o'clock almost already, and I haven't eaten. I was up so early too, and on top of that, it's been rainy and dark out all day today, guys, and so it's just been gloomy, and like, you don't want to do anything when it's all gloomy out. But I will for sure at least get the fridge cleaned out, and I might just do this tomorrow. That way I can do it bright and early, and then or possibly after the football game tomorrow. I'm not actually 100% sure, but I do need to eat, so I'll let you guys know how this ends up turning out. I will link the recipe below, hopefully, and like I was saying too about the cheese, that was the only thing they really did different, was I just added more cheese to it, so it's a little bit more cheesy because I like cheese. So yeah, I'm gonna have some of this and let you guys know what I think. So as far as the cauliflower spinach bake thing goes, honestly guys, it tasted really good. It tasted really similar to like garlic mashed potatoes, like in my personal opinion, because I actually added like probably way more garlic than the recipe called for, but I really like garlic, and that was like the strongest flavor too in there, was like the garlic. And then I mean the creamy like cauliflowery kind of stuff tasted a lot like mashed potatoes to me. You could adapt it more into like a cheese dip or something like that. I was even thinking too, like adding a thing of cream cheese would have tasted really good in there too. Kind of doing like the way I normally make my mashed potatoes. Normally end up using a full thing of cream cheese and like a half or a full thing of like sour cream as well. And that's how I do my mashed potato bake that I make. And it honestly, guys, it tastes a lot like that, but that might just be kind of how I do it. But I might just use cauliflower because it's a lot more low carb. Sour cream and cream cheese though, it's not quite as healthy, but using cauliflower instead of using potatoes is a lot more healthier, and just the fact of it's low carb and everything like that too. But it was pretty good, honestly, guys. I wasn't a huge fan because I was like, it's a lot of cauliflower. Normally I don't eat that much cauliflower like in one sitting, so it was kind of a lot. But the cheesiness too, I mean, it was pretty cheesy. I didn't add like enough cheese to make it like really gooey. It was pretty good. And I don't know if you guys can tell out here, but it has been raining like probably like a half an hour after my dad left. It has just been like downpouring, but it actually looks like it's getting sunny that way, so hopefully it clears up for them. But this was kind of why, guys. guys, I didn't want to be outside this whole time because I knew like they have tents and everything like that, but it was just gonna like be like this all night pretty much, and that's pretty much what I saw. I mean, it's almost 8 o'clock now, so they've got like 2 more hours left about, but they're almost halfway through, but it's been raining like almost half the time now. So yeah, I kind of feel bad for them that, you know, they can't really enjoy this, because it is a fun event kind of. I mean, especially I feel like more for the little kids and stuff like that who are playing football, like they get to hang out with all their friends and everything. But I am going to make 4 freezer dinners for tonight. I don't have quite as many to do tomorrow. I'm going to make the 2 ground beef dinners, 2 ground turkey dinners, and then also by tomorrow I should have the Alfredo sauce and the baking dishes as well. So one of the chicken dinners is the one that I need the Alfredo sauce for, so that's why I'm not going to do that one tonight. I'm going to do the other 4 chicken dinners, which is like a chicken soup one of the ones I did yesterday night actually, a different one which I made last week as well, 2 other ones. I made this chicken salsa as well this week, but I'm going to do that one again, and also one other one which I don't remember exactly which one it was. But that's my plan, and I'm going to do those 4 and then do the 6 tomorrow, or maybe even do like 3 tomorrow and then 3 on Sunday. So I'm not doing like a ton of baking. But the thing that will be nice is that tomorrow when I have to do the ground turkey and the ground beef, I can do it in just dirty 1 frying pan, and I don't have to like dirty like it today and then wash it and then clean it and then do again tomorrow. I'll just ground everything tomorrow, and then I don't have to worry about making a bigger mess because I kind of made a big mess making this cauliflower thing, only because I had to use a pot, I had to use a baking dish, and then I also had to use a the food processor as well. And then I just cleaned out the fridge too and have a whole bunch of Tupperware in here. So even though I just did the dishes, I have dishes again, which isn't really enough for a load yet. We'll have a decent amount of dishes, and after I'm done cooking this stuff and using like the cutting board and everything like that as well, it's going to take a little bit of time. I do want to show you guys my homemade taco seasoning as well. I have this thing of taco seasoning because I got a bunch of like the single packet taco seasonings, and so we ended up just putting it in this big like jar. And my mom made some homemade chili seasoning, and then we're almost out of the taco seasoning. So what I did was I bought all of these like in bulk, the chili powder, garlic powder, ground cumin, onion powder, and then also the oregano, and I bought it all like in bulk. And then I'm going to make homemade taco seasoning with all of this stuff and replenish our taco seasoning jar over there, which is kind of empty. I'm gonna go make those 4 freezer dinners real quick, and I'll show you guys what they look like before I end up going and putting them out in the freezer. But that is what I'm going to do real quick. It's only 8 o'clock, so I'm hoping that just doing the 4 should only take me like maybe an hour about. And then I can kind of relax for the rest of it because I am tired, guys. I feel like I could just fall asleep at any moment, and I'm like, okay, I got to stay awake. But when I was eating my dinner, I was actually watching Family Guy, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to fall asleep. And it was only like 20 minutes, so hopefully I can get through this without falling asleep. It's just a little bit before 9 o'clock, and I finished up all 4 of the freezer dinners that I was planning on making for tonight. I've got a chicken taco soup here, and then I've got goes over like pasta, like a pasta sauce kind of thing, but with chicken in it in the crock pot. All of these are in the crock pot. And then a chicken soup with Mexican seasoning, which is kind of like the taco soup, but it's a little bit different. It has some different stuff in it and different recipe. And then this is a salsa chicken, which would go over like rice, which I also have to see if the dollar store has, because I forgot to get more at Aldi again. If I don't end up getting the rice, I can always just save this one for next week when I do go to the store and grab rice. So yeah, that is what I made. I'm gonna go run these out to the freezer in the outside freezer real quick, and then I'm gonna make the taco seasoning. This is from Women's Health, and this is a taco seasoning recipe. They have like a whole bunch of ones on here, which is why I pinned this to Pinterest. But I need chili powder, ground cumin, onion powder, garlic powder, cayenne pepper, black pepper, salt, and oregano. So I have all of that. I've got my salt, oregano, onion powder, cumin, garlic powder, chili powder, cayenne pepper, and black pepper. So all of this is going to convert into some taco seasoning, and then I have on the side over here, this was how to do it and everything, but basically 3 tablespoons is 1 packet, so that you can easily just measure it out from on there. So I'm gonna mix all of this together and throw it in here and show you guys how that ended up turning out. I'm not planning on actually using like filling the whole thing up, like a good portion of it probably. I'm not sure actually how much I'm going to do. I have to kind of figure figure out the calculations real quick on how much I'm going to add of everything. There we go, guys. The DIY taco seasoning is done. And like I said, it's 3 tablespoons per like 1 ounce packet. I'd have actually ended up making more. I'm not sure. Like the recipe by 8. So I ended up using a full-on cup of the chili powder. This is pretty much what's left. This is what's left of it. I almost went through the entire thing almost, which is fine because I didn't pay too much for it. But I actually think that these ones, the ones that I didn't buy in the super large size, but these ones might have actually been cheaper at Aldi because Aldi sells their seasonings for 99 cents. These ones weren't that much bigger than the size that Aldi is. The smaller ones like this, I bought this a while ago, but the oregano is actually much better priced because I think it was like $3 or $4 for this big sized one. It would have only come out to like $1 or $2 cheaper by buying this one instead of the one at Aldi. But as far as like onion powder and garlic powder, the cumin and the chili powder, they're all 99 cents at Aldi. Somewhere between like $3 to $4 for each one of them, and they're only like about double the size. So I was like, yeah, probably wasn't the best price for getting these size, but the bigger size, these ones that they sell, is a better price. But they didn't have any of these in this larger size. I'm almost out of the chili powder, but I was able to make, like I said, the 8 of those taco seasonings. So that is pretty much what I ended up going through. And like I said too, I also did refill the smaller ones that are already in the pantry with these ones so that they aren't taking up quite as much space. Just a couple minutes, I'm actually going to take a shower and head to bed. We're watching the Olympics right now, but I ended up uploading the vlog that I edited yesterday because I did 2 yesterday, and I edited another one right now. And it's encoding, but my MacBook was literally like at 10%, so I had to go and charge it, which I used it the whole time I was in the kitchen cooking this stuff, so that's why it was kind of almost dead. But luckily I was able to finish that up just real quick, and like I said, it's encoding, so I'll have that one then up tomorrow, and I'll probably do another one, or hopefully 2, but I was able to get the minimum done today, which was that 1, and I was ahead because I did 2 yesterday. Tomorrow we will be at the football game. I might record a little bit too, possibly. So that is kind of the plan for tomorrow. I will be going to that for sure, rain or shine though. I will talk to you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today, so make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I will talk to all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys. But I did officially clean out all of my emails except for one of my emails today, but that's the one I don't even check anyway. But all the ones I actually check all got cleaned out today, and I think hopefully if I go on my email on my phone, it should say I have no emails in here anymore. It says I only got 2, which must have been ones that were like just sent. So I can go ahead and check those, and let's see, they can both be deleted. I don't even need to really care about them. So that's actually what I did today, guys. I had over like 8,000 emails, no joke. That's literally what it just said right before I ended up refreshing it, because I didn't do it on my phone. I did it on my computer and kind of just like went through everything and was like, is this important? Delete, delete, delete. So that's what I did today, and I'm going to do a vlog most likely when I get back home. But